Hello folks, this is Sean and today we're talking about the RFZ X19 guys, the long awaited RFZ X19. Now you can see, most of y'all, you see this thing right here. First thing you'd notice is this light. What is this light doing on a dirt bike, right? So now they did an upgrade on it and decided a lot of folks, that don't want to do cross country and stuff, they just want to ride around, would prefer to ride around the evenings. Texas, like people, we have like a late sunset at some point in the summer, so usually people would want to ride around the evenings. So catching on that phrase and just thinking about, hey, why not put a light in there? Why not go unconventional route and just put a practical solution to like riding in the nighttime? And they just did that step. It's different from any bike that I've seen so far. All the bikes, ranging from Suzuki's, KTM's, Yamahas. I might be wrong, but I've never seen a light on a motocross bike, guys. This is my first time witnessing this, and Apollo did it, guys. Apollo took that step. All right, it's rest of the bike. It's fairly easy mechanism to like operate this. It's just a all up gear system, so neutral is all the way down. It's standard transmission, guys. If you look at on the handlebar right here, they have like some nice like handlebars, and now this is different from your regular ones that you see on a motorcycle. It's different because see this thing has a little spring on it, so if you let's say if you were to like crash it or something, with that impact it would go like that versus just breaking it here. And then always we hear in the store guys come in and asking about a brake lever all the time, so that would hopefully prevent that from happening. Okay, and here's your brake fluid box right here that controls your master cylinder and all that. That's your main brake, front brake, guys, so that's responsible for you to stop. Make sure you use it wisely and don't go too fast because it is a killer, guys. If you're not being cautious, this thing can like throw you off the bike and ride around like in 5 seconds if you're riding it, guys. Very nice on torque, so just be very, very careful, especially if it's your first time riding a standard bike, guys. It's very fast. It's really, really torquey. Okay, it's really fast. On the back, the brakes are great, guys. Safety wise, great, but it cannot save a responsible person. Okay, it's very fast. And also the springs right here, it's a mono suspension system. Has a nice little swing arm right here, the back swing arm that supports and adds on to whatever the suspension is doing, creating flexible ride. Back brake lever right here, and that's your kickstart right there. So you kickstart it, so there's no electric start, but the good thing is for safety they used ignition, guys. And I've also not seen, it's a not very common thing to see ignition on a dirt bike, right? So all it does, it won't turn it on, guys. It's not electric start, but what it do is right there, that's a lock position, so nobody can start it without but you just got to twist it. Now once you twist it, you can actually start it. You use the kickstart to start the bike. Okay, so I would actually also in this video would like to talk about like some of the general topics that people talk about with this bike, because Apollo, they've been here for quite a bit of time. So one major thing that I've heard from people in blogs, in like online forums, is people love Apollo. They think it's a great starter bike, but one thing they always say is, hey, my carburetor keep messing up, and now that's because I've did my own research and I found out that's because if you park it for too long. Okay, guys, so don't park it with gas sitting on it for too long. That's not very great for the engine. That could be for any engine, guys, any name brand ones. If it's there's a carburetor on it, if you let it sit up with gas, especially that has ethanol in it, that will corrode over time and jam all the fuel lines for you. Okay, so now that's very bad for the engine. Never do that. So if you do that, you'd avoid the most common issue that the Apollians have, and you're ready to enjoy this and no problem whatsoever. That's what the statistics say. Now if you go wreck it and then come back, then that's a different story. You might have a flat tube in there. You might have a busted tube in there, or tire, or even a broken frame. So now that's different. But, you know, just taking care of it, you know, like a genuine issue, the carburetor, like everybody was talking about. If you just do that, it will take care of it, guys. Don't worry about that anymore, okay? So now I would want Adam to get on it and give you a feel of like how big the bike actually is, because I don't want you to feel like, hey, I'm showing you a small bike, you know?
Hey,
Adam?
Sean. Well, I'm about 5'9", 5'10", and I feel pretty comfortable on the dirt bike. I'm not. I could be flat-footed on one side. They're made for teenagers, you know, tweens, 20-year-olds and up. If your kid is able to ride it, feel free to let them ride it. You know, some kids, I see some kids that are about 10 years old riding the big dirt bikes anyways. But yeah, feels very comfortable, has very nice suspension. I feel comfortable on it. And yeah, Sean, that's how I really feel about the motorcycle. It has a really great look to it.
Cool. Would you recommend this for like our viewers?
Oh, for sure. This is, I would say it gets up there with the Hondas, for sure.
You think so?
Yes,
well,
for sure
well,
think
that's
so,
a compliment. That's a really good compliment.
Now, Sean, how do I look on this bike?
Oh, you look great, Adam. And your posture, your foot are like planted. I know it's not flat foot, but it's planted.
But I can still keep my balance, you know?
I see that, and you have a more you have more edge on the bike than the bike does on you. So that's a good thing.
Control of the bike for sure.
That's what I was thinking about. All right, Adam. Thank you so much for.